Kuluku. Aw, sangena phakathi and welcome yet again guys to another edition of Lekker Entertainment Sport. And remember one thing guys, ukuthi this is our 25th edition of the show and we're coming to you live straight from our studios here in Amazimtoti in a place called Kwafelegis. And then with me today, as you see guys, it's just the A team here. But A team is here. Same the host is not with us today just because of the family commitment. But he promised you guys on the next edition he'll be here with you as well. So as you see guys, I'm with Makondisa here. Panagiti, how are you?
Mfethu ngiyaphila kakhulu wena kuhamba kanjani?
Hayi mfethu hayi 100% mfethu 100%.
Bese ngibingelelana labantu sibathandayo. Ama viewers ethu. Salute bafethu. Lweni support njalo nje so lweni sinikezile nje lento enifunayo nje behleze esho bafona.
Yeah. Yeah mfethu and
namhlanje mina ngisho.
Yeah and the good things mfethu about the viewers at home mfethu they've been interacting with us on the show, and then you can see what even our comments are on social media. They're busy on supporting our show very well. So guys, wanna make sure we thank you guys for that, and then make sure to keep on supporting the show. So Makondisa, as I said, this is our 25th audition. If you look at the past audition of the shows, and look at now, so any comments about that?
Ngeke bukhulu umehluko yazi ngiyakhumbula ngesikhathi siqala sinokhabazela isasikade setup engekho mnandi yabo. So as the time went by we getting there, we improving a lot, and it's all thanks to abantu abasibukayo basilo besithetha silungise kuphi sisiqhubekele kuphi ngalabo. So nje improvement inkulu and siyabona and siyabonga futhi abantu abasikhombisa yona owinina ama viewers ethu.
Yeah, and then guys, don't forget as well, we're on the road to 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So ucela nje mfethu umngane wakho aphina tshena umngane wakho na ukuthi subscribe mfethu angena nje Lekker Entertainment Sport on YouTube. And then guys, we're on the road to 500, so we know we're gonna reach that just because you guys keep supporting us on the show. So Panagiti, without wasting any time, let's just go straight into it. We've been waiting for new season to start, and then the new season started with a bang. The defending champions, basvolelile indlela mfethu on Friday when they play against Cape Town City. I don't know. They beat Cape Town City. Is the dominance still gonna continue in Sundowns as beqalile nje bazi Cape Town City, which was a very entertaining game because you know those two teams every time when they play they give you nothing but awesome football. So what's your take on that first game of the season between the champions against the citizens?
Yeah, le game leyana mfethu ngokuyibuka kwami mina yabona kwi previous episode. I think it was episode 24.
Yeah.
I told you guys that last season, Cape Town City was the only team who managed to get 2 draws against Sundowns. Sundowns never beat Cape Town City last season. Badla kwi cup uma penalty kuphela.
Yes.
So I mentioned ukuthi ibona abantu abakwazi ukuba match pound for pound.
Yeah, and
yabo. Kule game lekuvulwe ngayo. We witnessed that ukuthi Cape Town City yakwazi ukudlala against the Sundowns. The only thing yenzeka lapha Cape Town City ukuthi number 5 wabo ashesha thola yellow card
in the game start.
Igame isanda kuqala, so uyena lo muntu engangicathwa inikwe le task yokuthi akayo man marker umshishi.
Yes.
Because if you noticed ukuthi umshishi nge first half he was the weakest link ngoba amabhola wayewaluza edlowa kuyena. I think they went to the half time, they spoke to him wabuyise ulo mshishi ngimazi.
Yeah, and then you can even see ukuthi the way they play in that game, there was nothing much change in the Sundowns team. The only changes I've noticed there was Uronen Williams playing his first game, let's say first official game for Sundowns, and then keeping the clean sheet. What do you say for our number 1 skipper, William?
Yeah, mfethu ngijabulile ukuthi ngimbone edlala. I think
Yeah.
ukuthi I just wish ukuthi ngeke loke bemhlalisa ngaphandle because it's gonna get rusty, and when it's time for national duty
Yeah.
ngeke akasakwazi ukusiperformela. So I think ukuthi abe khona laphana bengizoplida nakubona ukuthi bale bemdlalisa ukuthi sizokwazi ukuthi si benefit, not just the benefit bona as Sundowns, si benefit sonke as a country ngayo lo mfana. So nje ngiyafisa ukuthi ba stick nje naye, yabo.
Yeah, and for sure, guys, and remember one thing, Gucci, Sundowns beat Cape Town City by 2-0 on that game, and then this brings us to the another exciting game that a lot of people at home, they were expecting to look. The game against Chiefs and Royal AM in Chatsworth, Unit 9, and then I think you saw all the fans during that day. Everyone was there to make sure you witness this game between Royal AM, who was playing at home, against Chiefs, who was playing away here in Durban. So, what's your takes on that game?
Yeah, kuleyani game leyana fethu. Chiefs, they didn't have a bad game.
Yeah.
Kodwa, I witnessed something that was new from Royal AM.
Yeah.
It was my first time seeing Royal AM scoring a goal and then parking a pass. Ngoba Royal AM lapha yayidlala nge-transition, isikhathi transition ukuthi uroute 1.
Yes.
Babafike bathi bathola ibhola emuva baye direct balishaya phambili bese befuna ukusebenza ngama second ball, yabo. So leyo nto leyo mfethu yenza ukuthi sigcine sesibona umdlalo njengoBlom exposeka uBlom.
Yeah, and then you can yes, yeah, you can even see ukuthi a lot of the people you say one thing ukuthi between Jabulo Blom and also Uko Alexander, they are the wicked leagues in terms of that game against Royal AM. And then I think with the changes that others want to make between them, I think that's why you started to see Ichibusi gelling very well in that team. So is he the right man to play in that position? Because we saw when Solomon comes in and then he give the team something.
Mina, I've always had the problem. Ngiyabuka ama games akhe.
Yeah.
Sometimes ukaveza ama glimpses of brilliance, sometimes uyacisha, sometimes on. So I believe ukuthi as a player you must be consistent. Yabo. uBlom, I think for now he's failing me.
Yeah.
Ngisho personally mina.
Yes.
uBlom mfethu lapha ka Chiefs angabibikho umuntu ozophendlela indawo. If uBlom asiyo ilento zani midfield
player, yes.
We defend uBlom if kukhona abantu abaperforma better kunaye kuleya position abadlali. Lento ukuthi uFrost adlaliswe ka left isazoscosta ngoba he's a right back. uFrost la if eperforma kahle kunoBlom akadlalisa right back yakhe. uBlom ekukhomba ukuthi aphume akaphume. Hayi lento ukuthi alibele ephendlelwe la. Usashawa lezi zinto ezincane utrapper. Usashawa utrapper ama crosses akhe akekho accurate. Ziningi nje izinto engiyibukayo kuyena, but overall akasi bad player, but kuzofanele kulungise konke lokho.
Yeah, and then remember one thing, guys. Royal AM, they managed to make sure they beat Kaizer Chiefs by 1-0. I think what I've noticed again, the Macondis between these two clubs when they play, ever since Royal AM promoted to the top flight, Chiefs never win against Royal AM.
Yeah, they piss out.
I think last season they beat them twice, and then again you already play with them this season, and then they beat them once, and then I don't know.
Yeah, you should say Royal AM, hoodoo team. They are our hoodoo team.
So, but with also considering in the early stages of the game between these two teams, and then you saw good team. Not even 2 minutes. The Royal AM is leading already.
Angazi lezi zami sivele sithelwe ngamanzi medlana laba abantu mfethu.
Why?
Angazi ngoba phela it's 11 against 11.
Yes.
And in terms of quality we have a better quality compared to them. So I don't know where we lacking whenever we're playing those guys. Go on, Jay. From what I've seen, these two games I've watched the Kaizer Chiefs. There is some sense of urgency now.
Yes,
I combination play uyabona labafana sesebenasa isikhashana bedlala ndawonye ngoba ipreseason ayiqala early thina. So uyabona ukuthi bayakwazi manje ukuthi bahlanganise ama passes abe nje inamba ethe ukubaxaxa.
Yeah.
That's something positive kufanele sithathe from Chiefs. So going forward we are going to see the best of Kaizer Chiefs. I'm starting 100%. To believe in them now.
In that new signings and new recruitment on the team.
Yabo nje mfethu ba right impela ngisho okay kuphume kule game Royal izolo
when they play against
Maritzburg.
Yes.
Ay uMahlo mfethu bebenyakazisa benomasi la percent yabo so
who's this Mahlo guy?
uMahlo simthathe kuSwallows.
Oh, from Swallows.
Simthathe kuSwallows.
Okay.
So nje mfethu going forward we are going to kill teams.
And finally, Ashley Dupreez, as we're still talking about Chiefs, guys, and then with the new season coming in, Dupreez finally opened the scoring for the team, and then he gets his first goal for Kaizer Chiefs. Is it still more coming?
I've told you. Our front three.
Yes.
Okay, let's me include Lomvana lo Umtutu Shabalala.
Yeah, that's yes. The 17 years old.
Dupreez, Ukama Billiet.
Yeah, TPT. They're starting to believe in TPT, but it's a TPT combination.
TPT isazosibukisa imhlola ngiyakutshela buka. So nje lesibanikeze isikhashana esincane uzobona.
Yeah. What do you say about
sebeqalile vela ngithi uBilliard ube nama assist awu3 wakora uDoli wakora nolutuzane no Dupreez ushabalala wakora. So wonke ama players etha offensive bakwazi ukuthi basinike something kule game.
Yeah. And then another main talking point for us that we have to make sure to have a look was the Natal Rich Boys, Richards Bay, making sure that they win their first game of the season when they managed to make sure but Peter also Mkaya Golden Arrows in the first game. What's your take on that? Did you watch the game?
Ngabuka ama highlights.
Yeah.
Ngabuka ama highlights. Kodwa there was nothing.
But not say well lapha. Ngablandela bafa because there's a kasi boy lapha.
Yeah, phela mfethu ngishawa isikhathi nami yabo. Uyazi usikhona la khona la ngitohoza khona ngisho wasla.
Hawu ngabusala.
So ngishawa isikhathi.
Yeah.
That's why ngikutshelile before siqala isho ukuthi ngithe ukusala ngemuva kunama games engawabukanga ngifuna amanga angibukanga le.
And then the main talking point there ukuthi yesterday they play against I forgot his team, but they managed to get a draw in this game. So in other words, they played 2 games this season.
They collected 4 points.
They collected 4 points, which is good for us as KZN teams, as much as kubalulekile team, just because they are there to make sure they're representing the KZN.
Mfethu kodwa ke isayindi indlela mangithi ngiyabuka kahle we still have a very long way to go.
Yeah, and then AmaZulu, they still keep on making sure ukuthi nabo futhi as they here in KZN, they make sure they keep the maximum point. First game they managed to get a draw, and then now I just come online now and then see what they managed to beat is SuperSport today. What's your take on? Yes, they managed to beat SuperSport. They came from behind and then they said finally Mhango managed to score his
first touch.
First goal he managed to get for AmaZulu. And then for us as fans, as a KZN, how do you say in terms of us supporting the KZN team?
Lama team it's simple. Whenever you get a chance, go to the stadium and support these teams.
Yeah.
Because ukuphuma kweyodwa it means sesongcisheka thina amanye ama games.
Yeah, for sure.
Of which we don't want that to happen la. So the best way esingane ngayo support ukuthi siyema stadium siyobukela amajita edlala mfethu ukuwona ukuthi asibone thina sikhona. Bazofuna ukuthi benze more. And I'm sure bazowathola ama maximum points.
Yeah, for
siyawadinga wonke la ma team mfethu. Yona themba list like KZN. So let's go support Amajid.
And then remember one thing, guys, what we get now online, AmaZulu, they managed to make sure they beat SuperSport United by 2-1. And then what I've noticed there, Makondesa in that SuperSport team, when they play against Ichipa United, Denclade managed to get a point in his first game.
Coach Ram.
Pelile ngawo yamba ehlathini.
Phela vele bazomcaba. Abamcanda mhlambe nomekabili. Yamxosha.
Usho nje?
Mpengesi lo baba. Zomxosha.
But he managed to make sure ukuthi he get a point against a very strong SuperSport United, with include abantu abanjengo Bradley Chopra in the team, is back in SuperSport United.
It doesn't matter. Ukleti ngisho ngafike manje amagame enzalandelayo 2. Awene yodwa adliwe yodwa. Uhambile.
Yeah, and into engwarisha kakhulukazi, we still make sure ukuthi we talk about the previous games and then with the new season to start. And then most surprising things, Cape Town City, they lost again against Swallows.
Huh?
So 2 games for them, 2 losses.
Hey, what's happening with my coach Tinkler? He's gonna bounce back. Hey, that's a very strong side at Cape Town City. I'm sure they will bounce back.
But 2 lose in 2 games, that's keep the confidence in the team.
It is what it is, bro.
Yeah.
So lento batest character ukuthi character banani big heart yokuthi basengakwazi bathi bounce back.
Yeah.
Isikhathi sokuthi manje baziveze bona abadlali ukuthi no, we can actually do this.
And then what you say regard that Orlando Pirates game against Imoroka Swallows, when we get online ukuthi sibona the match day ukuthi Umusa Nyachama will be the caretaker coach in the team, players coach in Gonzalo lapha.
Who's the coach? Is it Darren Clay?
Darren Clay is the coach, but apparently the team is still waiting for work permit to make sure ukuthi he can able to work. But Musa Nyatama, he came in as a player. He is a player. But on that game against Orlando Pirates, he was a coach.
So he still has a contract as a player.
Yes.
These guys, I don't know what's happening.
But
South African football.
Yes.
but no professionalism at all.
Yes.
I don't really know what's cooking lapana. Yabo nje amathema njengoSwallows bukhona ubuhlashana obukhona lapana. Angazi ukuthi ngaphela iSwallows ibrand i-team endala la South Africa yona team endala. Izinto kufanele ngabe bazirana professional. But indlela okwenzeka ngayo hayi ngeke.
But
uDalen Kevitz ubevele khona la season.
Yes.
Angisho basevuye ku relegation.
Yeah.
Big le paperwork esiqhamuka manje futhi.
And it's I know it's challenging, and then the way it happened, I think even the chairman why in Moroka Swallows have to make sure to get things straight there for him. And then what you say about the Orlando Pirates performance in the first game?
Baboza love.
The new coach?
Pirates
JR?
Pirates.
Bambiza uJR manje. Hayi
Khona
ukhona.
bengilindele into enkulu ke mfethu ngaphela ucoach waseSpain lo. Angikubona ilutho nje ol10 mfethu ngamanje ingeke igame yabo yayi very dull. Hayi ayikho into ethini.
But the debutant Evanga score in that game.
And what else?
And then he gave the team the 3 point.
Ngeke mfethu Pirates ngegame yayi fanele Pirates inyo. Pirates team enkulu.
Yeah.
Phela so icompare ngokuthi siwabonile ama team amakhulu edlala.
Yes.
Na so bese siyafuna ukuyicompare. Masibuka le 2 esidlalile. Impufana neSundowns. Uyabona ukuthi lama team lawo they mean business.
Yeah, so make sure, yeah.
So iPirates angibonanga sense of urgency lapha. Not at all. Badlala nje lelibhola labo ukuthi siyala siphasela ulotch sithemba ulotch ukuthi uzokwenza imlingo yedwa. I think they are overloading.
But the good things happened there ukuthi abantu abanjengo Xoki, Sibisi, they were there in that game, and then they started that game against Swallows, and then they gave the team the clean sheet in that game, the new signings, and then they gave the team the clean sheet.
Babedlala against 2. They were not tested.
It's very strong. Swallows is a very strong team. They got abanjengo Isaacs lapana, they're there, and then yeah, but they managed to get the clean sheet. No, the other Isaac.
Fethu iPirates laphana abazange batest. Abaye lapha manje. Lapha kaMtawunge manje
bayabona ukuthi I think they live now. They're playing against Eastern Bosch in Cape Town. So yes, Pirates. They're playing against I think guys just tune in on that game, and then we'll make sure we'll give you if you go on our social media platform, and then you can make sure you check all the results on this game. And then which bring me to the next point of the coming game. I think it's a big one between Kaizer Chiefs against Sundowns. I think if you look at our performances, I think performances the Chiefs it gives our fans the hope. So, what's your takes going to Saturday game, looking at the previous results? Because I think Sundowns is also playing live now against ETS Galaxy. So, we'll see on those results how far they go. And then going to the weekend game against Chiefs.
It's very exciting. I think this is the biggest game of the season. Ukuthi nje, I think it came too early. Hey, I just wish ukuthi nathi bayithe kuyilula kancane ama teams esejele kahle.
Yeah.
Yabo.
But
okay.
and the next thing I noticed between our fixtures at PSL, Chiefs and Sundowns, if they didn't start, they play early.
Angazi ukuthi indaba.
Why?
Futhi ngicabanga ukuthi ngokubuka kwami yazi le game isingaphezulu kwedabi manje in terms of indlela ehlelwa ngayo nendlela elandelwa ngayo.
Yeah.
So izobe exciting kakhulu le game ngoba siwabukile ama team othu sabona style of play ukuthi okay Sundowns sabuye netiki taka yayo and walahla izokushaya ngempela. iKaizer bafike bathi 1-2
the crash.
Mase bephuma ngepace. I-transition kakhulu. So it's going to be very exciting ukuthi iSundowns izodila kanjani nale high press eqonyiswe iChiefs ngoba enye into iChiefs idlala nge-high press. Imakela lapha iqala ukumaka lapha phambili. So kuzoba nzima baquick labafana lapana.
Baquick abantu abanjengo Sithebe in the middle of the park.
Sithebe no Matt in the middle of the park.
Yes.
Very good passing game.
Yeah.
Going forward, it's not to please, he's very fast. He is going to be playing against Onyango, of which Onyango, I think he's very, very slow. Abo kama ba fast, yabo. So nje kuzoba nzima. Kuzoba mnandi game.
Yeah, but with the likes of Sundowns as well. You got abantu abanjengo Andile Charlie in the middle of the park. You got abantu abanjengo Tebogo Mkwena in the middle of the park. I think those guys they started against Cape Town City on Friday. So
Charlie wasn't there.
So what about that? Just because I think this game will make sure whoever win it, he win it in the middle of the park. So it's Charlie versus Tebe.
Yabona nje iSundowns.
Basho njalo. When you go in social media,
Charlie versus Tebe. Showcase lo izobuyisa uJali Sundowns. Phela it's serious le game yodlala.
Yes.
Showcase.
Yeah.
Kuzobe kukhona uJali lapha uzobona.
Okay. So at the back, I think with Chiefs, Zita Kwenika and also Usabonga Ngezana. They managed to make sure they keep the clean sheet yesterday against Maritzburg United. Will they make sure they stop with the glass of Mshishi, they stop the glass of Ushalulile, who haven't had a very good start of the season? Will Zita Kwenika make sure we stop abantu abanjengo Mshishi?
Angeke mfethu too much Sundowns too much ayizosicanda ngeke hayi Sundowns izosicanda there's too much quality lapha
too much quality
hayi ngeke ngithi ngiyabuka lapha mfethu khona umbule
yes
khona umshishi
yes
khona uJali usano Domingo he had a brilliant game
yes
against Cape Town City but
the Chiefs now you got abantu abanjengo Yusuf Mat unabantu abanjengo Matlo unabantu abanjengo Ashley Dupree got to show now. So why? Just because it's going to be a very tough game.
It's going to be very tough. Kodwa I think Sundowns will come on top.
So Sundowns will win this one.
Okay,
make sure guys you also tune in this game. So it will be Chiefs against Molo the Sundowns at Saturday 3:30 at Lotta First Fed. So Vanagiti Chiefs is playing away again,
which is gonna be more difficult.
They came in Chaswed, they lost by a goalie, by winner, and now they're moving out again now by Lotas. So record level away. So Chiefs balala lapha
ayizolala
mfethu
100%. Zizolala kodwa ngefight zizolwa kodwa egcineni nayo iSundowns ngiyibuke ngaphezulu ukuthi ngayibuka mfethu iquality yabo edlala eCape Town City ayi too much. Too much. Kuzovela kuswitch on ushalulile. Yabona meke bahlolo ukudila nozwane.
Yes.
Ushalulile uzosibulala.
Okay, so we'll see. I think guys make sure you follow us as well on our social media platform at Lekker Entertainment Sports. And then feel free guys as well ukuthi ni engage nathi, because we make sure ukuthi we always there on YouTube, Facebook, and also on TikTok. And then Maqondisa Vetu, I just bring me to the last of the show. So any word before we close?
Hayi mfethu ukuba emva kwecamera nje mina ekona okungijabulisayo ngicute niyazi ke so nje abantu abasicela basilandele mfethu kuma social media platforms yonke engifisa kakhulu le ukuthi sibone nenamba ithu grow kancane kulesi ikhona vele, so ilapho nje into yami.
Yeah, 100% guys. And then the show was directed by Untokozo Kaizer, as well as usibona nje mfethu the sound is bahle and everything is good. So it's there behind the scene guys to make sure ukuthi he give us nothing but the best picture as you see. So big shout out as well again Untokozo, as well as Hero Shoot of the show. I think you can make sure ukuthi you follow Hero Shoot at @roshoots_2020, and then you'll find them all about my events, the day, for our photo shoots, photograph. They're always there to make sure they give you nothing but good service. So let's bring me to the last, and then our 25th edition. Make sure you tune in again to another edition again, guys. Thank you so much. We're signing out.
Signing out.